Hello, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. Last episode, we almost got ourselves killed when we went back to bury our parents, but we were saved by Theresa and her uncle, I believe. And we've just finished recovering, but now we are in their debt. They've given us food and shelter and nursed us back to health. So now it's time to see how he would like to be repaid. A tournament. The tournament convened by Sir Hanish takes place once every 7 days at Rete Upper Castle. The tournament will not take place if Sir Hanish is at war. Excuse me, Miller.
My name's Henry. Thank you for taking care of me here.
My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Theresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. And talking of you being at death's door, while you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. That quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but I still, that is, you still owe him.
I see. Well, it's better to be in debt than to lie dead in a ditch. What do I owe? I'm not afraid of hard work.
You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you. And it's not something any fool can do. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say?
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
I was prepared for just about anything, but that's a bit much. But go on. Tell me more.
Listen, it's about this ring my mate Wojciech, the Kohelnitz miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it.
Jesus Christ. You want me to dig up a corpse, take a ring from it, and give it to your friend in Kohelnitz? Is nothing sacred to you?
Money first, morals later. That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God?
So I don't really have a problem doing it. I think he makes a good point that it's just a human body. I'm not sure if Henry is devout or not. And it was the body of a criminal and a thief. So maybe I wouldn't feel bad about stealing from it. But then again, I don't want my reputation to be damaged if I get caught, because I know that that's really important in this game. So I think I won't risk my honor.
That was a pretty speech, but you're still talking about a filthy deed. I won't do it. I value my honour higher than coin.
I gave you a chance to work off your debt. Don't think you can wriggle out of it. I want my groschen back, and quick. Otherwise, I'll make your life hell. Believe me. Take care now.
I believe him. How much coin do I owe him? I owe Miller Peshek 50 groschen. Currently, I have none. I don't even have shoes on my feet at this point. Apparently I have things in a trunk. Right, here's my bedroom with the trunk. Yeah, all of my stuff is in here. Okay, that's cool. And here we have Theresa.
Have you eaten yet?
Yes, it was very good. Did you bake it yourself?
I did. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Let's take some of this bread. I'm going to have to learn how much food I need to carry and how long it will stay good. This game is very realistic when it comes to managing your food. That can be one of my favorite aspects of survival games, and when it's kind of hidden in an RPG like this, it can be fantastic. It's quite a nice mill he's got here. It's a dog. What are you up to? No. Lots of chickens. Do we have a shop over here of some sort?
Good health to you.
What's life like in Rattay?
Good! Well, it was till them refugees came. Still, we're better off here than most places.
How do the Rattay folk get on with the refugees?
I know they got nowhere to go. Skalitz is a pile of ashes and the countryside ain't safe. But they've been here too long. Some of those buggers got light fingers. And not one of them appreciates the sacrifices we made for them.
Have you heard anything about the Cumans in Sigismund's army?
Terrible things, horrible. I hear they skin people alive and what they do to their women folk. Better take your own life than fall into their hands. Beasts they are. Animals!
What kind of governor is Sir Hanush?
Young Sir Hans is our governor, but Sir Hanush is his guardian till he comes of age. That's not a day I'm looking forward to.
So he doesn't like the Lord, only the Regent. It's interesting. Out by the lake. Isn't this lovely? I'm sure that I could go fishing if I wanted to. I've discovered the tanner.
Good God! What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
What kind of governor is Sir Hanush?
Sir Hanush is a good lord. Things won't be the same when that wastrel Sir Hans takes over. That will be a sorry day.
So yeah, nobody likes Sir Hans. But she has commented on my appearance. So I think I need to wash up. Maybe that's a little bit better. Can I sell stuff to her though? Let's talk trade. So I'm going to sell some of this armor that I'm not wearing. I also have some arrows that I can sell. I'll keep the 9 long distance arrows. We'll keep the torches and the bow. Let's sell a little bit of this stuff before it goes bad. I'm not sure why we need cobwebs. My guess is that's for alchemy. But I'm going to sell what I have right now. The feathers I think we can add to our arrows to get better distance. So she's willing to give me 17.5 for all that. Maybe I could go up to like 23. I'm going to try her at 20.
What do you say to this?
Close. Drop the price a bit more and we'll shake on it.
19 then.
Forget it then.
Oh, are you serious? Now she's not going to give me near as much. Yeah, now I'm getting 15 and a half. So that gets my money up to 26. I'm halfway to paying back Theresa's uncle. More settlements down
I need to
this
get something
way.
to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Already? You'll be fine, Henry. Quit your bitching. A lot more chickens over this way. Hello, ma'am. I discovered the baths. Do I want to take a bath?
Greetings. What do you need?
I don't want to do anything that costs me money right now.
What's life like in Ratai?
Life is good here. By God's mercy, the war's passed us by so far. There's nothing but them refugees to disturb the peace.
So my washing up must have done something. Nobody seems perturbed by my appearance anymore. Here's the castle up that way. It's our first visit to Ratai. Let's have a look around. It's a lovely little property over a stream. I like these old style scarecrows that they have. Simple but effective, I imagine. Hello again, townswoman.
God be with you. Do you need anything?
What's life like in Ratai?
Life is good here. Even better if them damn refugees would only vanish.
So they seem to have a big problem with refugees here. I'm glad we've taken care of that nowadays. Ooh, sheep. Oh, I can't pet the sheep? No, they want to run away. This must be where the refugees are. It's a little tent city. I mean, I know people used to live rough back in the day, but not too much for me to borrow, it looks like. I can have a nap. That would save the game as well. I don't think that's important yet. Not sure how I get up to the castle. Just going to keep on down the path for the moment. I don't want to abandon the mill yet. I am in the process of paying back my debt. Seems like it's getting late. Maybe I do need to find a place to have a nap. There's a camp up this way. People working in the fields. Seems very quaint. Hopefully we can get a bed for the night. And not for too bad a price. Hello, doggy. Excuse me. Yep, that's right. I'm in a private area. Good sir. Excuse me. Can't talk to him either. Oh, there we go.
God be with you.
How do the Ratai folk get on with the refugees?
Don't even talk to me about it. I wish that rabble was gone. I know they've met with misfortune, but here they do nothing but thieve and make problems. Lord watch over you.
Yeah, but I'm a refugee. Am I making problems? I don't think so. I'm trying to solve problems here. Give me a break. It's almost 7. So I wouldn't say it's an emergency that I find shelter, but it should be the priority. I guess I am allowed to go back and stay with Theresa. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. I just want to explore the town and find an opportunity to make some more money without digging up corpses. Right now I am going away from the castle. Yeah, I do have a sleep meter that has appeared at the bottom. So I'm going to start heading back. So I may be able to get 1 gold for 5 poppies. And there's a decent amount of poppies around here. Just take what I can on the way. Starting to collect herbs and stuff might not be the worst idea. Seems like gold, at least in the early game, is really hard to come by, so I'm not above taking whatever opportunities I can. I've reached a new level in herbalism, so poppies are paying off. Got at least like half a dozen of them now. They are everywhere. Rete is just Poppy Central. I mean, really, if you had to pay off your dad by digging up a corpse or picking flowers, which would you choose? And they say video games make people violent. So there is this refugee camp. I could catch some Z's here if I wanted to. I think we might be better off, though, going back to Theresa's, back to the mill, and sleeping under an actual roof. Ooh, more poppies. So, at 50 gold, 5 poppies for 1 gold. It's only 250 poppies. I mean, really, I could do that in like a day. Poppy here, poppy there, poppy poppy. More herbalism, gotta love it. What's going on here?
What's that?
Did I spook them?
Hey! For something around here?
No, just see what's going on. Maybe I want a bath.
Gaping at.
Good God! What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
Hey, you there. You don't hang around here gaping like a stuffed squirrel all day and night. You can't pay for a bath. Clear off.
Not sure what's going on here.
Baths are paying guests, not open.
Feel like maybe I should be able to blackmail this guy or something. Certainly getting late at this point. Alright, so we're back at the mill. See if I can get a bed. The game did say I was welcome here. So it's currently about 10 o'clock. A good 8 hours would be 6. We're going to start to get hungry after 5. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's go till 6.
Hey, get up off of that bed. You've no business here.
Can I pay you some money?
Can you tell me...
What about the Skalitz folk?
God sent them to punish us for our sins. They don't work, they just idle around begging. And you want to keep a close eye on your belongings when they're around. I'll be glad to see the back of them.
What do you think about everything that's happened?
I don't concern myself with the doings of my betters, but this mess isn't good for business. Them two brothers should sort things out between themselves without dragging us into it. I don't give a damn who's king, but that usurper from Hungary has gone too far.
Do you know anything about those Cumans?
The heathen scum that Sigismund brought here. Why do you even ask? You've seen with your own 2 eyes what they're capable of. You can't be serious, sleeping in other people's beds. Get out or you'll be sorry. How dare you sleep in someone else's
I guess I'm not
bed?
welcome
Get
here.
lost.
That's a shame. It's still only midnight, so I have not slept through the night. Guess we do need to go to the refugee camp that we found. Hopefully that will be good. It's crazy dark at the moment. Or have I found my way up to the castle this time? At least I'm not sleepy again for the moment.
Halt! Who are you and where are you going?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith. I'm going to see my liege, Sir Radzig Kabila of Dvoyets.
Of course you are, lad, and I'm the Pope. What do you want from his lordship, and what makes you think he'll see you?
Well, I'm even on all of my speech stats at the moment. Sir Radzig theoretically knows who I am. I should probably tell him about his sword.
I may not look the part, but I know about honour and duty. And mine is to tell Sir Radzig what happened to the sword he commissioned.
All right, then. Go ahead. It'll be your skin if Sir Radzig isn't pleased.
Sounds like a fair deal. Thank you, sir. Although, will he be pleased about me seeing him at 1 o'clock in the morning? Another camp discovered.
Not that bad. I woke up with a rat in my blanket. A rat.
Situation is getting tense in the refugee camp. Understandable. I found a bed, quote unquote, that I can sleep in. Well, we wanted to go till 6, so let's keep it there. We won't feel quite as energized as I would have hoped. I do like this effect. Alright, and good morning to us. I am a wee bit hungry. Somewhere around here, I'm sure, is a pot. And yes, it's beautiful Rete.
I feel quite hungry.
I'm taking care of it, Henry. So somewhere, I believe, up this way, I can find Sir Radzig. I think this is certainly the biggest town that we've been to so far. It's quite impressive. Ooh, the pillory. Can't wait to end up in there. It's the grocer there. Somewhere is the trader. The tavern, obviously. Can't miss that. I discovered the huntsman. Not sure what the huntsman is. Ooh, a church. It's quite lovely. Another combat arena. Certainly going to have to work on my sword play. See, if I were Sir Radzig, where would I be? Maybe up this way. It's a nice dining hall, but no nobles in sight. Although those are some noble looking chairs. Great view of the courtyard up here, but that's about it. Oh, here's Harold.
Greetings. What do you need?
What are the rules of the tournament? Is there anything I should watch out for?
Well, it's not a life or death struggle. We're not barbarians, after all. Anything in particular you'd like to know?
What kind of weapons are used in the tourney?
You can take your pick. In the first 2 duels, that is. If a third duel is needed to decide the matter, Sir Hanush chooses the weapons.
How long does it go on?
All day long. The combatants have to go through several tough bouts before the outcome is decided. Usually the victor is announced before sunset, but it's not unheard of for duels to drag out until nightfall.
Can I borrow weapons and armor here?
Not only can you, you have to. This is about fighting skill, not about who's got the best kit. So you and your opponent get the same. There's equipment prepared for all the combatants. As soon as you sign up, you'll have armor and weapons prepared for you too.
That's interesting.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Could be a good way for me to practice. Still trying to figure out how to use the quest log and stuff. I think I've got it so Radzig is marked on the map. Down back past the church. And towards the refugee camp that I stayed in last night. To the pillory and hang a left.
I've got everything you need. Day or night, at home or at work.
Don't need food at the moment, thank you. This is going to take me back down out of the castle, isn't it? No. I just went totally the wrong way when I left the refugee camp. Should have gone over this bridge.
Could that be the smith's son, Hal?
On my soul. It is him. What are you doing here, lad? We thought you were done for.
I must speak with Sir Radzig. Is he here?
He's in the palace with Sir Hanush of Rattay. They're feasting in the Knight's Hall. What do you want with him?
My father made him a sword. He asked me to deliver it to Sir Radzig.
I don't see any sword.
No. Bandits attacked me and stole it. I need to tell his lordship what happened. And then I'm going to find the sword.
Of course you are, Hal. Good luck.
Thanks.
Radzig seems like an understanding guy. I don't think this will be a problem. Keep going up the stairs. And then into the dining hall.
Your Graces, I have to tell you in all seriousness that this land of ours is in the shit. Deep fucking shit. Don't you agree?
I might not have put it as eloquently as you, Hanush, but I've been driven out of my own castle, so I'm hardly going to disagree.
Indeed. But Pirkstein is yours for as long as you need it. There's room enough for your men and you here at Rattay, and I'm sure my ward won't have any objection to me lending you his castle.
I'd be honoured. Pirkstein is at your disposal as long as you wish, Your Grace.
Just as well you have another castle at the other end of town, eh? At any rate, I'm beholden to you, Sir Hans, and to you, Sir Hanush.
I don't like to speak ill of your people, Sir Radzig, but, well, there's no love lost between the townsfolk and the refugees. There's been talk of criminality.
Well, they'll have to get used to it until the situation's resolved.
But when will it be resolved? And what on God's earth is this war even about? I won't lie, sir. I don't understand it.
You aren't alone, Father. I believe Sigismund's original intention was to persuade Wenceslas to accept the imperial crown and to leave the rule of Bohemia to him.
Who could blame him? I know Wenceslas is a friend of yours, Radzig, but even you have to admit he brought it upon himself.
I can't deny the king neglected affairs of state for other pursuits. There is a need for order in the land, but I don't think the lords who sided with Sigismund realized just what Hungarian order looks like.
Hungarian order?
What concerns me, sir, is how a good Christian could resort to such brutality.
To give him his due, I don't think he expected the lords of this country to stand behind the king. But thanks to him, we're tearing ourselves apart, and now he has to get things under control.
But why in God's name does he have to use those barbarians?
Money is the root of all evil, young sir. Wars are costly, and this one has dragged on for a year. Sigismund ran out of coin for knights, so he recruited those whore sons that settled in Hungary. The less he pays, the more they make up for it with plunder.
That's why he attacked us. He was after our silver.
What are you doing? You've no business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Taunberg.
I'm sorry, sir, but I had to bury my parents.
Had to? Do you think you were the only man who lost someone there? But the others listened to their lord.
And it wasn't just your own life you nearly threw away. So Robard and his men risked theirs to save you.
I'm sorry, but I had to.
Oh, there you go. When you have to, Radzig.
Your father was a remarkable man, and your mother, she was remarkable too. They deserved a Christian burial. Did you manage that at least?
No. I was attacked by thieves. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for that girl.
Girl?
The miller's daughter, Theresa.
The miller's daughter saved you from the footpads? Well, there's a tale to tell your children.
I owe her my life. She distracted them and then brought me to Rattay. But without Sir Robard, we'd both be dead.
Oh, that's what I call a good woman. Hang on to that one, lad.
Still, it's a great shame your parents are buried in unconsecrated ground. That means purgatory for them.
Be quiet, Friar. I didn't invite you here to eat me out of house and home and deliver a sermon while you were doing it.
If you're so concerned, Father, maybe you should save the innocent souls of these fine Christians yourself. Go to Skalitz and consecrate their graves. I assure you, if you're killed by bandits, your soul will soar straight to heaven, as long as someone buries you in consecrated ground first.
If there's anything left to bury, that plump carcass of yours would be quite a feast for the wolves and the crows. And one skeleton looks much like another, so how would we know which were your ordained bones or those of Sigismund's Tartars?
Be that as it may, why have you come here?
I must get your sword back.
Sword? My sword hangs here at my side.
No, the sword my father forged for you. One of those thieves stole it from me.
They almost killed him and he already wants to go back.
Takes after his father, I suppose. Lad, I've lost a castle, a village, silver mines, and a good half of my subjects. Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
I understand. I'd feel the same way. But prudence is the better part of valor, and a dead man keeps no promises.
Aye. The woman had to save his fat from the fire, and now he wants revenge. What kind of fool are you, boy?
He's no fool. Henry, you have courage, but you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
The gall of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword, put Sir Robard in danger with his actions, and now he wants a promotion.
Sir Capon's right.
What you say is certainly true, except for fleeing the enemy. You would have run as well, believe me. Henry's earned some punishment, but how do you punish someone who's already lost everything, Courage and blind obedience are good qualities for a soldier, but a wise man also appreciates loyalty, perseverance, and determination. Besides, that was a fine sword that his father made. If he thinks he can get it back, I won't turn it down.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
He isn't a peasant, father, he's a blacksmith, and recent events have left me in need of his skills. So, you'd like to enter my service?
Sir, Yes, I would. You won't regret it.
Oh, I probably will. I'm doing this for your father, lad. Don't it disappoint me.
Oh, fortune has finally smiled on you today, lad. Make the most of it.
Now that I think about it, Sir Hanush, the boy needs training and experience, and you need spear carriers.
That's true. The bailiff is always complaining about your people making trouble in the camp. Maybe one of their own among the guard might help.
It might. In any event, it will prove valuable experience.
But let's be clear, you're the one paying him. Captain Bernard, see to his training, and then send him to the bailiff.
Yes, sir.
And don't spare him.
You can rely on it, sir.
Don't forget, Henry. Don't disappoint me.
I won't, my lord.
Alright, so we've been taken into the service of Sir Radzig. Our job is to help protect Rattay and give in all the refugees. They need all of the militia that they can get. So my job now is to go back to the other side of the castle where I just was and use the training ground so I can become one of these guys. Apparently I'll be getting paid for that, so I can repay the miller. So we're at the training ground for the local militia, but no captain available at the moment. We'll have to come back tomorrow. Lots of poppies available though, hell yeah. I was about to say we can take some of these weapons too, but maybe... I don't think that's going to be stealing. There's arrows here. Hello. Do you have a problem with me?
Good day to you.
That's Captain Bernard.
I'm here for training.
Yes, you're that boy Sir Radzig sent.
Yes, that's me.
Let's get to it then, since that's what Sir Radzig wishes. And because you've never held a sword in your hand before, we'll start with something simpler.
Very well.
Let's start with the basics.
Come with me and listen closely. I don't want to be repeating myself. Take care now. So let's see what you're made of. Hold it properly. Keep moving. Never stand still when your life depends on it. Right, good. Now, try attacking. You've got to put your back into a good slash. No use waving the sword around like you're swatting flies. Go into the attack with your whole body. Try slashing from various sides to get used to it. Very good. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. That pointy tip isn't for decoration. Try stabbing me with it a few times. That will do. Slashing, stabbing, and movement are the foundations that you build everything else on. Now, let's try something more complicated. One strike, I can simply fend off. You mustn't give your opponent time to react.
String your strikes together. As soon as you finish one, begin another. Strike, strike, strike. Quickly. Ah, that's it.
Henry's not good enough at the old agility
What is it?
and stamina
Sudden visitation by the
to
Holy
get too
Spirit?
many combos in.
Oh,
Yeah, you really do have to be on it. Like as soon as you hear the strike,
that's it.
hit it again.
Now let's see how you do with defense. It's not hard to block a basic strike. Just watch out and move your sword into the path of the blow. The trick is to stay in your stance. As soon as I start to attack, you block. The move knocks the blade aside.
Not too bad. Still at full speed, getting my defenses in. Oh, got me there. Just.
Captain Bernard!
Wait a while, Henry.
Alright, I think that's all the training for today.
Greetings, Sir Hans. What brings you here?
I was on my way when I noticed that you're entertaining Sir Radzig's esteemed guest. Not the same as holding a hammer, is it, blacksmith?
It's Sir Radzig's orders.
I know. I'm actually here to train at the archery range. My hand's grown heavy lately. You don't mind, do you, Bernard?
Not at all, my lord.
Good day to you, blacksmith boy. Try not to hurt yourself.
Where did we finish? Yeah, leading the opponent where you want him. There's one more way to evade a strike. You simply step aside, attack, and I'll show you. All right, try it. It's important not to move too soon. I'll see where you're going and hit you. If the same will happen if you move too late. I'll attack slowly now. As you see me, raise the weapon, jump aside. It'll throw the opponent off a bit, and there's your chance. Not bad.
You gotta kind of wiggle the stick when I'm using the controller back and forth to get a good dodge in. It's not as easy as blocking. It helps to be a little bit stationary before, and then when he starts to lunge, you can move.
And the last thing for today, a trick. You raise the sword to force your opponent to block, but then change the direction of the attack at the last moment, and the opponent won't even know what hit him. Try it. Draw back the weapon, then change the attack zone and strike, so I don't have time to react. What are you waiting for? Not like that! Well done.
There we go. So you have to use the R stick, hold it, and then you can move and release.
What is it? Sudden. Very good.
It's certainly not easy to do,
No,
but it's
not
possible
like
once you
that.
get the hang of it.
Well done. Well done. Nice. Well now, that wasn't too bad. Maybe we'll make a soldier of you after all. But
No,
don't
it
get
was
cocky.
horrible. It's okay.
You have to train hard and persistently. You might have talent, but talent alone won't do. Practice.
Whenever you've got nothing better to do and you're in the mood for it, you can come and train here with me. I can teach you something more when you're up to it.
Yet, Sir Radzig also wanted me to teach you archery. Come with me.
I'm usually not the best at face-to-face combat in these games. Sometimes I like to play the rogue or whatnot, so archery might suit my playstyle better. But I feel like this game is all about the sword fighting. But I'm interested to see how this goes. We haven't tried archery yet.
Let's see then. Take this bow, go and stand in position over there, and we can start. And another thing, put on this arm guard. Without it, you could flay your forearm with a bowstring, so be sure to wear it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks, and get in position. Now concentrate. A bow ain't exactly the weapon of choice of a knight, but it can come in very handy. You've got two bandits coming at you from a distance. You shoot one in the eye, drop your bow, and draw your sword on the other. Emperor Charles, God rest him, encouraged his subjects to learn archery. He even organized contests in Prague. But you wouldn't have gotten far there. You're holding the thing like a piece of firewood. But enough talk. There's the target. Try and hit it. Draw the bow, aim, and release. Try to get a feel for the rhythm. Inhale on the draw, hold your breath for a moment, and then release the string. No jerky movements. Just let the string slide out of your fingers, as if you were about to draw it back more. It's all one movement. The arrow aiming at the target and flying at it. Shoot away. What you have there is a training bow. The arrow drops quickly. Once you've trained a bit, you can get yourself a better one, and then those arrows will fly so fast you won't see them. Don't forget the arm guard. Once you've mastered the bow a bit, you won't need it anymore.
Jesus Christ, just give up.
So one shot.
Well, that was awful. I didn't imagine a village yokel like you would have much skill, but you failed to meet even my low expectation.
I got one shot.
I don't know why you're wasting your time, Sir Bernard. Nothing will come of him anyway, and at the first sign of trouble, he'll run away like any other cowardly peasant. After all, he's done it before.
What did you say?
Calm down, boy. Keep in mind who you're talking to.
The braggart who was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Now, you've really done it. You'll go to the stocks for that.
Calm yourself, Sir Bernard. If the blacksmith's boy feels he can prove himself, then let him try. Do you think you can beat me? Well?
Any time.
Very well. If you defeat me, I'll give you my bow. If you lose, you'll have to pay up. Do you even have any coin?
I don't have enough.
Then you'll owe me or work it off. Let's get to it.
No, I don't want to owe more people coin. Jesus Christ. That was pretty good. Almost a bullseye. Horrible.
Congratulations, Sir Hans. Nicely shot.
Thank you, Bernard. It seems I get to keep the bow. So, blacksmith, do you know your place now, or do you need more reminding?
Sir Hans, is this necessary? Sir Hanush has already had words about you fighting with your subjects. He explicitly told me.
I know what he told you. You can just tell him I didn't listen to you. So what's it going to be, blacksmith?
If we must.
Excellent. Then let's go.
No, we mustn't. What the hell?
Fuck!
I like the way it slows down when you get the timing right. That's pretty sweet. We're getting the hang of it a little bit.
What's the matter? Lost your balls?
Oh, we're bleeding now. Great. And there we go. We're down.
A second defeat, blacksmith. You still have a lot to learn. I suppose I should give you credit for taking on my challenge, despite your limitations.
Thank you, sir.
And since we made an honest bet, you can give me my money now.
2 groschen. Alright. It could have been a lot worse than that. Alright, looks like I've leveled up some now. And I'm certainly getting hungry. Let's have a wash off. I guess I need to talk to... Is it Bernard? Captain Bernard.
Don't fret about it, lad. Lord Capon is a good swordsman, and if by some fluke you actually won, well, you might not take it so well. Now go to the rat house. The bailiff's waiting for you there.
All right, Captain.
Okay, so back into town to report to the bailiff. I'm hoping that maybe we can get paid a nice little sign-up bonus, and I can pay off my debt to the miller. Even giving me a little bit of supplies that I could use or sell to the trader would be nice too. Almost ended up in the stocks there. Didn't take too long. It would have been fun. Oh, it's the bailiff. Hello.
God be with you.
I'm to put myself under the bailiff's command.
Ah, so you're the young man Sir Radzig appointed?
Yes.
Very well. Sir Radzig asked me to test you a little, and as it happens, you've come at the right time. We've a few disputes to settle. It seems some of your former neighbors have been acting quite inappropriately. I was hoping having one of their own on the town watch might help sort things out.
You can count on me, bailiff.
You're certainly bold. I like that. Have you been to see Captain Bernard?
I have. He trained me, and then Sir Hans Capon challenged me to a duel.
I see. Sir Hans Capon likes to measure his strength against others. But be careful, Henry. Noblemen are quick to anger, and you don't need that kind of trouble. Well, anyway, you're going to assist my town guard. Come to the church in the afternoon. Yaroslav the watchman, Nightingale they call him, will wait for you there. He'll show you around the town and teach you a little about keeping the peace. And you need to stop by the armory to pick up some gear.
Yes, bailiff.
70 groschen, that's what I'm talking about. Is there something going on here?
Master Bailiff, is there anything of interest going on here?
Nothing of interest to me, thank Christ.
Okay.
I want to learn to read. Who should I go and see?
There's a retired scribe in Uzhitz. He could teach you.
I don't know how to read. That's kind of sad.
What's life like in Rattay?
This is a manorial town, and our lord hasn't got himself tangled up in affairs of state, so it's peaceful here.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do, I think, is pick up my equipment. Is it the armory right here that he's talking about? I don't believe so. My quest marker has it going this way. So past these chickens, down here there should be some kind of armory. Oh, hello, guard. Excuse me, thank you.
Don't think you could just help yourself here. I have to account for everything.
Alright, that's fine. Let's talk.
I was told to pick up a kit here.
Name?
Henry.
And in fealty too?
Sir Radzig Cobbler?
Yes, I've got you. Well, come on in then. Make yourself at home, Henry. If my memory serves me, you're entitled to a helmet, a gambeson, and a club.
That's all?
You want a kiss and a hug as well?
I mean equipment.
It's quite enough for patrolling the town. You're there to stop trouble, not start it.
What kind of armor do I have now? This is almost exactly the same as I've been wearing, just in better condition. Let's equip that. I could certainly use new boots as well. I need to learn how to repair stuff like that, or I'm going to spend a lot of money on upgrades. I'm currently overweight, so I do need to sell some of this stuff. Okay, into the grocer first. Good sir. I'm going to try to sell him my spoiled food. Should I though? I don't know what else to do with it. Drop it on the ground? Here's the apothecary.
Heavens, lad. You're looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Last time I saw you, I thought you were ready for the priest.
I'm feeling as good as new.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
About that debt.
I have the money.
Here you are.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you're a man of honour. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Let's talk trade. I would like to sell you all my poppies. You can have my marigold and my nettle as well.
Can we do something about the price?
Sure, why not?
Now he wants to give me 3.1. I wouldn't mind getting like... See if I can go for 4.
Is this enough?
It'll take more than that to persuade me.
He's willing to go 3.5.
I knew we'd come to an arrangement.
So after all that, my money stands at 78. That seems quite high, but I'll certainly will not complain. Here at the armor smith,
my respects to you.
If I want him to fix my gloves, for instance, it's going to be 20 groschen. No thank you. If I want to sell him some of my more used items, he might give me 19 for that.
Can we do something about the price?
Sure, why not?
19.5. What if I wanted like 24?
I'm finished. This is going
Wow.
nowhere.
Okay, that's fine. Now I'm down to 17.5. Maybe give me 19?
Satisfied?
Close. Drop the price a bit more and we'll shake on it.
Wow, you are miserly. So 18 in the end. We're doing not too bad.
Very well, I agree.
With our gold situation. So now my objective is to join the patrol. It is somewhat of a time mission. I need to get there soon, or I have to wait until tomorrow. Here we go, Nightingale.
Here I am. My name is Henry. We're supposed to go on patrol together?
I see you're kitted out.
Ready to get going.
I'm Nightingale. Aren't you that lad the mill wench brought here on a cart?
That's me.
Theresa. Yes, she rescued me. She turned up with Captain Robard and his knights.
All honour to the girl. She has bigger balls than most men. Tell me, how did you pay her back?
Well, I thanked her.
That's not much, is it? You should go and see her when you get a chance. So, how did you end up in the service of the bailiff?
I wanted to enter the service of Sir Radzig, but he sent me here to learn.
And learn you will. You're lucky, lad. Sir Radzig must like you. Most lords would have just sent you on your way.
Come with me, Henry. We'll patrol the town and then check on the taverns to make sure they lock up in the evening.
I'm ready.
Don't forget, I'm supposed to try you out and, with the help of God, teach you something. So I expect you to deal with any misconduct yourself. I'll make sure you don't do anything too stupid. Let's go. This is our church, St. Matthew's.
So apparently I can go talk to Theresa.
It serves not only as the house of God, but as the crypt of the Lords of Lipa, our masters. The gravedigger lives right round the corner. The priest, too. Our parish priest. A man shouldn't speak ill about servants of the Lord.
Nobody likes the priest around here.
This is our rat house. Pretty big, eh? The bailiff and his hands live there, and our maestro proto-notarius, the scribe. And the jailhouse. You don't want to see the inside, not even as a guard. Naturally, we have an executioner too, but he doesn't live in town. That wouldn't be proper, as I'm sure you know. He lives by Gallows Hill, the other side of the creek. This pillory was brand new in autumn, and 2 people have already been rotting on it.
What the hell is going on here now? Go and check it out, Henry.
No trouble for you. If you won't go to the church, go back to your people. I don't want you here. Is that manure pile not big enough for you?
What's going on?
What are you two screeching about? Stop making such a ruckus.
About time you turned up. This filthy beggar thinks.
My name is Jane.
No one cares what your name is. This filthy beggar thinks she can come and stink in front of my shop. I want you to get rid of her.
So I have lots of options here. How is she bothering you?
What's the problem here?
This is my shop, and I won't have beggars sitting on my doorstep. Let her go and squat in the square. She won't be in anyone's way there, and there's plenty of folk to beg from.
You do make a good point. Why do you have to beg right here?
Must you sit here, of all places?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Folk drive me away wherever I sit. I can't keep walking all day and night.
You should let her stay.
I think you ought to leave the poor woman be.
Ha, 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 ha.
Why should I?
Are you sure everything in your business is in order, Master Armourer?
What are you trying to say?
Just checking whether you're aware of the town ordinance saying the furnace of the forge must be at least 2 ells away from the nearest wooden building?
Of course I know.
So I can go to the rat house for the measure and check it? You know fire hazards are taken very seriously here.
No need. I wouldn't want to put you to any trouble.
Well, you can save me a lot of trouble by ending this little disagreement here reasonably.
All right. I'll let her stay.
Ah, that didn't hurt, did it?
Thank you. Thank you 100-fold.
You're welcome. Just stay clear of trouble in future, understood?
Of course. Thank you.
Alright, easy enough.
That wasn't bad. But you'll be in that fool's bad books for
That's
a while.
fine. This is a cool little mission.
Your old neighbours are living here now. It's a bit of a shithole. Even so, you should be thankful to Sir Hanush. If the town burghers got their way, your folk wouldn't be let anywhere near the town. And now our people aren't too happy with him. Some fools are even calling for Sir Hanush to finally hand the fiefdom over to the young lord, Sir Hans Capon.
What do you want here?
Sir Hans's father, old Sir Yeshke, may God rest his soul, kept it till he was an old man. Then he retired from it, first to Moravia, then to eternity. Sir Hanush is managing the fiefdom until Sir Hans comes of age. They're related by blood somehow, the same great-great-grandfather or some such. The time's coming soon enough when the estates have to be handed over. These affairs often end in conflict. I hope we have nothing like that here.
Interesting. Certainly could lead to conflict. Seems to be the way of the world lately. Everybody seems to not like the future lord. It will be inevitable.
This square here, it looks much better during the markets. Then it's filled to bursting with folk from all around.
This would have been a great way to see the town if I hadn't been back and forth about 3 times already.
We've also got the baker's shop here, and that mad merchant Wolfram Pruder. Pruder has a pretty daughter, but he keeps her on a short rein, which the young bucks are none too happy about. I heard he even keeps the poor lass locked up at home all day.
Interesting.
There's one alehouse here on the market square, the Trader's Tavern. The other's up by the gate. We'll be going there later.
Certainly getting a bit peckish. Have some bread that we stole earlier. Our hunger will go away for a bit. Remember, it's important not to overeat either, so I think we're right about
Here's
perfect.
the forge. The blacksmith has some trouble and he's not working at the moment, but his apprentice is standing in for him tolerably. I hear you're a blacksmith's apprentice too. You lot could help if needed, couldn't you?
Us? What do you mean?
You and your master, or your father, whoever taught you.
They...
What is it, lad?
My father was the master blacksmith. He was killed in Skalitz.
Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Thank you. So am I.
My papa died not long ago. Of course, it was old age got him. That's not the same, but I know a little how you feel. The Rate fiefdom is pretty big. Naturally, it starts here by the town and continues along the Sassau River all the way to Bohemia. Then there's Gallows Hill, lots of farmhouses scattered around. Neuhof, Merhoyed. Master Smill is in charge of Sir Hanush's stables. He's by far his best vassal. It's all a bit complicated for a newcomer, I suppose. This lord here, that lord there, this exemption here, that right there. Exemptions from exemptions, rights to half of something, so on. It'd take you a year to make head or tail of it.
I'm sure you're right.
This tower was only half the size when I was a young lad. Sir Hanush had it extended and made into an armory. God be with you, Benesh. How goes it?
Well enough, Nightingale. It's quiet today.
Good. Where's Bohemia, anyway? Isn't he supposed to be here with you?
Ah, yes. He hasn't turned up yet.
Oh, I see. Now, where might he have got to, then?
I
can't imagine.
You don't know, eh? Let me tell you something. When the bailiff finds out Moimir's slacking off, he'll be in serious shit. And being a friend of his, you wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
So it's better if I deal with it and we leave the bailiff out of it, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
So where is he?
In the tavern. He was thirsty, so he...
Went for an ale. We know how that goes. Come on, Henry. Let's go and find that idler, and you'd better talk some sense into him.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Tackle.
What the fuck are you doing here when you're supposed to be on the gate? Move your carcass and go and guard the gate. Not a word. Get moving. You're lucky it was me found out, not the bailiff, or God forbid, Captain Bernard. Out! Come and sit with me, Henry. Let's have a drink.
We were just bitching out that guy for having a drink.
That fool got me all worked up.
Shouldn't we be on
shouldn't we?
patrol instead of drinking?
You're eager, aren't you? Don't worry. Even watchmen are entitled to a break. Except the ones on the gate and the tower, of course. But that's enough
Right.
about that. Let's not let it spoil our day. Listen, since we're sitting here anyway, how about a little game?
Why
Sounds
not?
good.
We'll see whose side Lady Luck is on.
Do I know how to play dice? 6 dice are thrown and the players alternate turns. Points are gained for every 1 or 5, and for 3 or more of a kind. The player uses X to select and set aside scoring dice, and at least 1 die must always be set aside. Then the player can throw the remaining dice again. So I can re-roll as much as I want, but if I throw the dice and get no points, I lose all of my points for that turn. Every player throws his own dice, so there is an opportunity to cheat. Alright, let's give it a shot. So I can pick scoring dice. I have 2 5s and a 1. Pick all the scoring dice and roll again. So I'm going to do the same, but then score and pass. So we got 350 points. He's up to 1750 now. He'll probably win next turn unless he busts. I got 3 5s.
Ha! Just one more thing and we're done for the night. Ringing the end of the day and closing the taverns.
Isn't it still a bit early?
I don't know how it was in Skalitz, but here in Rattay we close up at this hour. Except, of course, during fairs and big festivals. Then we don't close at all.
I see. Should I go and ring the bell?
If you wouldn't mind, the bell is hanging outside the rat house. Ring 3 times, then go to the Trader's Tavern by the market square and make sure the innkeeper closes up.
I'll do that.
Before I forget, it's forbidden to walk in Rattay at night without a torch. Here, take this one.
Alright, so we got a torch and a simple mission. None of these people have torches. Should I do something about that? I am a patrolman. Sir, where's your torch?
What else to you, sir?
What's life like in Rattay?
We got sturdy walls and 2 castles to protect us. There's not many towns have that. And we got everything we need here. We got an apothecary, a swordsmith, an armourer. We got a beautiful church and fine alehouses.
You're right, this is a lovely town.
God be with you.
So down by the rat house, there should be a bell. Here it is. Give it a ring. Now we can go check on the shops. Make sure they're all closed up. Safe and secure. Everything looks fine for the moment. Somewhat expect disaster to be around every corner in this game so far. Here in Rattay, life has been a little bit quieter.
And the canon of St. Wenceslas in Olomouc was so drunk, he dragged the pig to the market square, saddled it up, and rode it out of the town gate. No, we can see that this wasn't going to end well. So, Sir Peter and I rode off to look for the good canon on his pig.
Did you find him?
We tracked the filthy beast down to a sty beyond Cronau. I mean, the beast with a tonsure on its head. We never found the real pig, but the Reverend was sound asleep in the pigsty.
Birds of a feather stick together. It seems the same goes for pigs and prelates. I toast, gentlemen, to pigs and prelates.
God save the bacon.
Sir Hans, forgive my intrusion, but I need...
Oh, but what? You want to join us? Want to buy us around? I'm afraid we don't drink with peasants. You're not in your village now, boy.
No, sir. Curfew's been rung. The alehouse is closing.
Nothing closes while I'm sitting here. If that's all, you're dismissed.
Are you out of your mind, lad? You can't cross his lordship. He's got a temper like a bear with gut ache. If I was you, I'd get lost before he shows it.
The bailiff instructed me to close the tavern at the proper hour. He doesn't want anyone disturbing the peace after curfew.
The bailiff? The bailiff can kiss my arse. I trust you haven't forgotten who's the rightful lord of Rattay.
No, it's Sir Hannes.
Oh, is he here? What, is he hiding under the table, maybe? No! Then what he wants isn't worth a fart in a bathhouse. And besides, he's only in charge till I grow up.
Which clearly hasn't happened yet.
Enough! You can't talk to me like that. I'm a nobleman.
Come now, sirs. You're not going to fight here, are you?
We most definitely are. This yokel needs to be taught his place.
So another fight. I just can't keep my mouth shut sometimes.
Let him have it, Sir Hans. Show him no quarter, sir. That'll show.
If he's drunk and I'm not, I really should be able to win this
Show
fight.
him what for. Go on, your grace. Show him what for. Give that bastard something.
Crucifix! What in the name of Christ is happening here? Hell? Answer me, damn you!
This peasant insulted me. I had to teach him a lesson.
By rolling around in the mud like a hog? That's a fine example of noble conduct.
Sir Hannes, the bailiff ordered me to...
Silence! You shut your mouth and thank your lucky stars that you are Radzig's ward. Have you gone out of your mind? Raising your hand to a nobleman? And you, Hans, how many times have I told you that drinking with your subjects might be good for their morale, but it's bad for your honor? You spend all your days drinking and chasing wenches, which wouldn't matter if you paid any attention at all to your duties. And now we see what that leads to. Tomorrow, you will go with me to a hearing. Some landowners have asked me to settle a dispute. It'll be an excellent lesson for you.
I had planned to go hunting, but if you think listening to the pointless gripes of a bunch of old fools will benefit me, so be it.
Oh, hunting? Well then, your grace, I'll tell you what. You can go hunting.
Really?
Oh, naturally. Who am I to deprive the young Lord Capon of his sport? And you can take Henry here as your page.
Him? Absolutely not.
You'll do as I've commanded. It's time you learned how to lead people, and not just in drinking and brawling. Now get out of my sight.
Sir, I have responsibilities of the bailiff.
Not anymore. Your responsibilities now are the Lord Capon. It's time you learned how to behave in the presence of nobility. Let's go. Tell the kitchen I'm hungry. It's been a long journey.
All right, so our favorite young lord has decided that he likes to go hunting, and turns out I might be the prey.
Good sneaking around in the dark. Light a torch before the catchballs see you.
How come I'm the only one that has to have a torch? So back down here to the refugee camp. It's the end of the day. Time to get some shut-eye. Tomorrow we have a big day. I think that's going to do it for the video. We've gotten to know Rete. We've got ourselves back on our feet. We've gotten out of debt. And we've learned a lot more about what's going on. So next time, we're going to go hunting. And hopefully we can go talk to Theresa at some point. I would like to check out the courtship options. I hope you're excited for that. For now, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur. This has been Kingdom Come Deliverance. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. And have a good night.
Hey, get up off that bed. You've no business here.
Where the hell am I supposed to sleep? God damn it.
You can't be serious. Sleeping in other people's beds. Get out or you'll be sorry.
It's a refugee camp. Slow your roll. We got more up here. And that's it. We failed the event. Makes it 2-0.
For duty!
Get all these archers behind the lines. The good news is that we are profitable. And we need to focus on the boat. I've been cuckolded. Minus 100%. Job done.